just write books to any page. It doesn't matter. Any page that you want to pick, and we're going to find 5 words that you don't know the meaning of, or maybe you don't even know how to pronounce. So 5 words, you're going to write them on the marker boards. I'm going to walk around, and we'll talk about them, and then you'll find one of your favorite words. We'll write it on the board, and we'll talk to them as a class. Just 5 words. And if you guys flip around different pages, put the page number next to it so then we can look at it. I'm going to give you guys about 2 more minutes to finish up your words. Isaiah, you already done? Okay. So Isaiah, can you put a star next to a word that maybe you don't know how to sound it out, or you don't know what the definition of it? One word that you really, really want to talk about. Okay? And then want to write that up on the board. Yeah, go ahead. Underneath right here. Let's write it on the board, okay? Your best handwriting. Okay. Do you want to write that one up on the board too? Best handwriting, so everyone can see it.
Remember, guys, that some of the stuff like that one that you just wrote down, Isaiah, is a name.
No, book. I didn't think it was a name.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah,
we can talk about it too.
That's right.
Yep, that's perfectly fine. So if you didn't even know it was a name, we're gonna teach you some tools to realize that it was like a first or a last name as well. Dinky, do you want to write one on the board?
Yeah.
Just pick any one of these, okay? proven that you guys are only supposed to learn like 7 words each day, and those will be the ones that you can remember, okay? So, as you guys, these were your Just Right books, right? So these are books that have some words that you don't know, but you know most of them, so you can figure out using context clues. Even when I'm reading my books in college, I come across words that I maybe, if I just look at it, I don't know what it means. I have to sound it out. Then I have to use my sentences to figure out what it means. So, Isaiah. As we've already said, this is the last name, all right? Okay, so what are some clues to tell you that you could, maybe that was the last name? We can talk about it as a group, guys. What are some clues? Raise your hands that we know if something's a last name or even just a name. Alexander? It's capitalized, right? The first letter is capitalized. And then, but what other things are capitalized, guys? Raise your hands. Dinky, what else is capitalized? First names. You know anything else that might be capitalized, Jennifer? Your middle initial can be. So names, first and last and middle names. Anything else other than a person's name? Isaiah, do you think of anything else that's maybe... do we capitalize cities?
Yeah.
We capitalize cities, we capitalize states.
What about like junior and senior?
Junior and senior. Yeah, for the name.
Also the first word in each sentence.
First word in each
You always
sentence, right?
capitalize the first word in each sentence.
Right? And titles, we capitalize titles, right? So then that can also help us to see how maybe important something is or if it is a name. Okay, so we figured out this one's a name. Let's go down to this one.
What word is that? What name is that? It's Guinness. You know, Guinness Book of World Records, so we talked about that.
Yep. So these are words that you've probably seen before, and it's okay. I don't know every word in the dictionary. Okay, let's talk about this one. This was Miss Jennifer's. Jennifer, why did you pick this word? Comprehend, right? So what are different ways of comprehend? What does comprehend mean to you? You're understanding the task. Like I told you to write words down, and you started writing words that you didn't know, right? Dinky, when you read a book, do you comprehend the book? Do you understand what the book is telling you when you're reading your Just Right book? What? A little bit. Do you have trouble sometimes finding these words? Okay, so this is actually a very good word. I'm teaching you guys how to have a steady skill to learn how to comprehend our books. Comprehend the different words. Okay, guys.
What word do we use a lot in reading that has to do with comprehend? When we take a test, it's called when we do our reading probes each week. What do we call that test? Comprehension. Because we're checking whether or not on those 10 questions, whether you understand what you just read. Okay? That's a part of comprehend. Comprehension is the base word for comprehension is comprehend.
Okay, so this word right here, it's Dinky's word. Dinky, do you know how to sound it out?
No.
You don't know at all? Does anyone know how to sound it out? Okay, Alexander, can you tell us how you sound it out? Okay, can we all say it? Erupted. Okay, does anyone know what erupted means other than Alexander?
Like exploding or like.
Exactly. So, a volcano. What happens when all the lava comes out of the top?
It rises.
It rises and it erupts. Okay? So, Dinky, do you want to draw maybe a picture, or everyone on the marker boards, you can flip it over? Let's draw a picture to remember what erupt means.
Did you know once he said erupted, did you know what that meant then, Dinky?
Yeah.
Once he said it, you knew? Okay.
That's good.
Spoken vocabulary
And
reading
written, yeah.
vocabulary are different. Usually higher for spoken.
multiple volcanoes? Okay, so the next time we see erupted, Dinky, you know what it means, right? Once you hear it, are you gonna think about maybe a volcano? Maybe. What other things could you think about that erupt? Okay, so if Miss Bristler got really, really mad at you, she started yelling. That's her erupting at you.
Or you can think about like something coming out of the ground.
Something just erupting coming out of the ground, right?
Sinkhole.
Yeah, or a broken water main, then the water just starts shooting out of the pipe and, it kind of erupts.
Who had this word? Rob, is this yours? Does anyone know how to sound it out? Okay, can we all say it? Bristling. Loud and proud voices, guys. Bristling. Okay, does anyone know what that means? Bristles? Yeah, it's getting close. So let's start thinking about that. What word do we know from this? Bristle. What has bristles? Brushes. Isaiah, can you think of anything else that might have a bristle? About pine trees. Yeah, so Alexander, can you find that word in the sentence? Oh, Robert, sorry. Robert, can you find that in the sentence? What page? Page 9, you have it? Oh, all of them are on 178, and you have lines, okay.
Damage in his neck for bristling.
So I guess his neck was going through some kind of hard tunnel. So his neck broke.
Okay. Who said I was going to try to stop you? Crowpaw demanded indignantly. His neck fur was bristling.
His neck fur.
His neck fur. So you guys
I think it's like steaming up or like
Yeah. Yeah, so if you had a cold brush of wind, now your hairs on the backs of your necks, they start bristling and moving, right?
Maybe somebody gets really close to you and it makes you uncomfortable, and so it kind of causes you to, your hair to stand up because it's something you're not very comfortable with.
Who's all gotten scared before? All of you probably. I know I get scared. Dinky never gets scared. But sometimes when I get scared, I cringe, my back of my neck, my hairs stand up. I'm scared. Does that happen to you guys? Alexander, does that happen to you? Isaiah, has that ever happened to you? Jennifer, have you ever had that really scared and that? Yeah.
Well, your hand, even on your arms, the hair on your arms will stand up when you get,
like come out of like water.
Yeah. But bristling sometimes means that something has made you uncomfortable by someone or something. Because cold is different. That's kind of like, the chills
Like a
and
feeling,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This last word, who had that? Alexander?
I do not. I can't.
Is it gagamia?
I don't know.
Can we read it in a sentence? Because it's a war book, right?
Well, kind of. I think it's
Alexander the Great.
on his return to Guatemala.
So what do we talk about with Isaiah? What can also be have a capital letter? Names or cities. So do we think this is a name or a name of a city? Like a person's name or a name of a city? Alexander, do you want to read it out loud, the sentence?
On his return to
Gamela.
Alexander went to the hospital tent.
So on his return to, is he returning to a person or is he returning to a city?
I think it's some kind of city.
I think it's a city too. So when we come across those, and I'll be honest, sometimes there's cities, when I'm driving home, I have a 6-hour drive home, and I see all these exit signs. The first letter is always capitalized. And I know that they're cities, but sometimes I don't know how to pronounce them. And it's okay. So can we all try to maybe say I don't even know. Sometimes cities, their soundings, it's different. So as long as you know what you're thinking about with cities, it's fine.
And it's, I thought it was an I, but it's an L.
Here's how you pronounce it.
Okay.
Gogamela.
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 Can we all say it? Gogamela.
Gogamela.
And sometimes when you're reading a book, sometimes when I'm reading a book, and I come to maybe the name is something that I've never heard before. And I never get comfortable reading the book because I don't know how to say the name, so I say B. If their name is Brunhilde or something, I'll say B as I'm reading because I don't care. It doesn't not make me understand the story because it's just their name. So words that are proper names for things, if you don't know them in a book, it's okay. Because it's not going to make you not understand the story if you don't know that.
You're still going to understand it's this person or
Right.
it's this city. You still know that's what's happening. Sometimes you don't know how to pronounce it. Okay, so with the rest of the words that we have on our sheets of paper, I want us to read them in the sentence that we have. And then maybe write like a little picture of what's happening. A picture of what's happening. Or maybe write a couple sentences like you guys do with your vocab words on what you think it means. This is part of co-teaching.
Yeah, and you know.
You're feeding off of one another.
Yep, and like I said, I really like it when they read the sentence because sometimes they don't realize that they know exactly what it is.
Yeah, that's why, when we first look at it, we might not know it, but when
Yeah.
we read the sentence and use our context clues that I know we're being taught to use in class.
Yes.
Yes, Alexander?
What is Macedonian?
Macedonian? Let's read it in the sentence.
It says Macedonian, like fear of the chariots even reached the Macedonian line.
So let's look at the chariot. Oh, you have a picture. That's even better. There you have a picture. So where's the chariot at? And on the Macedonian lines. You see these people? So they've reached these people. So it's like when you're from Iowa, you're an Iowan. So that's just a Macedonian.
And I think it might be Macedonia. Was the name of a country, but it's not a country anymore. I don't think. Shouldn't say that because I don't know.
What word
Yes,
are you looking at right now? Isaiah?
I didn't
You don't
find
know
out
how
my
to use
phone
that in
because
the
it said
sentence.
what definitions are.
What word? What page are we on? Consider.
In the last physics bowl, he had presented a quantifiable theory
Oakland
to
Raiders,
explain the
many
spatial
fans
distortion.
consider the Chiefs' main rivals.
So, in a wormhole,
So, have you ever heard the word consider?
What
What does that mean to you?
So what are they doing here? Either they're doing
Yeah,
math,
that's exactly.
and
So
so
maybe we could probably like a
when
little
you
light bulb.
quantify something,
We think that this is what it is. We're
You
considering
are-
this as an
you
object.
are trying to justify
Okay,
the
right.
process.
What's one word?
Like if they're doing a theory, they're thinking this is the reason
Hollow.
why this is
Can we use
this
a
way.
sentence?
So it's a very big word. But quantify being that you're trying to figure it out. See, he's providing a quantifiable theory, which means he has written something that you say that this is why.
Yeah, so
when
let's
you
draw a
drop it
cave,
out,
or even if you don't want to draw, you can just put a picture, or you can just
So
draw,
he's
say cave.
doing a theory, so that's a pretty big word. Is the whole book like that, or is that just this particular science lesson? Okay, okay.
Okay,
That's a big
Dinky.
word.
Concern, page 172. Where's it at? A look of concern and fear came across her foxy face. So what does concern mean to you? They're scared of what's going on. They're worried. So is that what you're drawing in the space? You're scary, worried face. Good job. Way to use your context clues. Okay. Quantifiable. You picked a good word here.
Good.
I definitely see this in a lot of my books. So where's it at? Anyone stuck on any words? Okay, Alexander.
Aqueduct.
Aqueduct.
Or aqueduct.
So it's an aqueduct. Have you heard about these in your history classes?
Kind of.
Kind of. Do you know maybe like what it might look like or what it does? So it transports water. It's kind of like a water system. So aqua, water, and a duct. Going through like a heating duct. Are you stuck on anything? No? Are you guys almost ready to tell everyone what your ideas are? Almost? Okay, I'm going to give you guys about 1 more minute. Complex problem, right? Robert, did you figure out all of yours? Yeah. So you guys are writing and kind of figuring out what some of these words are. Are you guys figuring out that maybe you guys knew these words beforehand or could have figured it out? Yeah. So our comprehension, we had a comprehend. Is our comprehension increasing right now or decreasing? Increasing, right? So we're figuring out how to comprehend our books better right now. Okay, so who wants to talk about their words? Isaiah, do you want to come to the front of the room or do you want to sit there? It's your choice. That's fine. Okay, Isaiah, do you want to talk about your words that you didn't know beforehand but we know now, right? Those two are last names in football? Yep, so you've now figured out that they're last names. And what did Miss Bristler talk about? So if you saw this really long, complex last name, what are you going to do? Kind of just, when you read, when you come to it, are you going to use Miss Bristler's idea or are you going to use a different idea about how to figure out if it's a last name or, what's your idea going to be? Yeah. So you're going to just say like, oh, this player when you read it? That sounds like a good idea for that type of book. Okay, so what's another word that you came up with? Complex. Okay, so let's think in our heads. Complex. You have a complex problem right now, right? Okay. Complex. There's different meanings we have to figure out, so let's think about this. So Jennifer has written a complex math problem, but Isaiah's talking about a football book. So let's think about what that complex means. Okay? Okay, Isaiah, what did you talk about?
Different types of plays.
You had complex plays. You also, have you guys ever been to a football stadium? Yeah? Have you guys been to a baseball stadium? Those are called complexes. So like the buildings as well. But yes, they have complex plays in football as well. What's another word, Isaiah? Your last word. Arrowhead. What did you figure out that one was? And then consider. What is consider? To think. In football, do we have to think about plays? Or when we're reading our books, do we have to think about what a word means? Who wants to go next? Thank you, Isaiah, for volunteering. Okay, Alexander.
Siwa, a city.
It's a city.
Macedonia is a border. Charioteers, this one was difficult. It was the soldiers on the chariot.
Do you guys know what a chariot is?
Yeah.
You know what, Dinky? Isaiah, do you know what a chariot is?
No.
You know what a chariot is, Robert? Okay, so back in like the Roman days, instead of, they didn't have cars, right?
No.
Instead, they used horses and they had
A horse pulled them.
stand, and they had
Yeah.
swords on each side, and then they run at people.
So the person that's in this big chariot is the what? Alexander? Charioteer. And how did you figure that out?
Because it says right after it's the chariot, which holds the charioteers.
Yep, so you figured out that it's holding something and it holds a person because you knew what a chariot was, right? Okay, do you have any more words?
Gaugamela, which is a city. An aqueduct, which is also a water passage.
You guys talked about that in history class?
About what?
An aqueduct.
No.
You talked about it, Isaiah?
No.
Robert, have you talked about it? Jennifer? Okay, so an aqueduct. So Alexander is reading about Alexander the Great. So back in those times, they didn't have places to transport water very easily. We have all the pipes, when we take a shower, it just goes through all the pipes. An aqueduct carries the water for us. Okay, who wants to go next? Robert, Dinky, or Jennifer? Dinky, okay. Do you want to stand in the front of the classroom or do you want to sit? Okay, Dinky, you have to use your loud and proud voice, okay?
I can mostly say most of these.
Okay, so I can help you out if you need me to.
Okay.
Okay, so what was the first one that you figured out? We talked in class.
Erupted.
We talked about erupted, and then what's this other one? What picture did you draw next to it?
Like something, like a scar in your body, like in your chest.
Ignition. I think that's his name. Okay. Yeah, let's read it out. What is it, a name or what page is it? 156. Dinky, do you want to read it in the paragraph?
Concerned, which is also like
That's it.
concerned about somebody or like scared.
I was like here.
Right here?
It's right here. It's like there.
Okay, so there's this name of a player.
Okay.
Was filled with agonizing pain. So yeah, a scar. Would that be like a lot of pain? You get a scar, would you be like agonizing is just like it's extreme pain. Has anyone broken an arm or a leg?
No.
No one's broken an arm or a leg or gotten
She
hurt? You have. Were you in a lot of pain? It hurt really bad, right? So that would be like agonizing pain. Okay. What is your last word, Dinky? Concern. Concern. So what picture did you draw next to it?
172. Oh, this.
What picture? Yeah.
Oh, like a person screaming.
Because they're what? Why are they screaming?
What's going on and what's happening.
Yep. So here is a non-example about someone being concerned. Miss Bressler lets you guys come with me today because she is not concerned about you guys meeting your reading goal. You've already met it. So she has no concerns. Now, for some of the students that are in there that haven't read any pages, she's going to be a little concerned, right? Okay. We just have Robert and Jennifer.
Which one?
Jennifer wants to. Does Jennifer want to stand up in front of everyone? No. Okay. Jennifer has one word, and it's a big word. I see this in my textbooks. Quantifiable. Yeah, it's like, so there's a quantifiable theory, and it's in science. And when I think about it, when I read about it, it's just a really hard, complex theory. So what picture did you draw with it? A math problem. So if you have like a lot of X's and Y's and numbers, is that a complex math problem?
Yeah.
Would you guys have a difficult time solving it?
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay, Robert. Last one. Want to talk about your words?
Wait.
Yeah. So if I'm walking by the desk and I get caught, I stumbled over it, right? Good job. Because you're scared.
Hollow
You guys heard of like a hollow cave?
No.
So it's a cave that you can go inside. So like a little hollow, or when you hollow out a pumpkin. Because have you ever carved pumpkins?
No.
You've never carved a pumpkin?
No.
Have you guys ever ate cantaloupe?
No.
You guys ever ate a banana?
Oh.
And you had to take out the banana from inside the peeler, right? So you're taking out the banana. It's the short. You're hollowing it out. Okay. Okay, Robert.
And then.
And I like your picture of the little cave. Right? And you figured out all those words how, Robert? By reading the sentence. Okay, so were these words as hard as they looked when you first looked at them?
Yeah.
They were? Did they get easier once we read it and talked about them together? Drew pictures,
Yes.
read their context clues? Okay, so now can I have all your guys? I have to take pictures of these.
Okay.
So can I have them? Thank you. Thank you, Dinky. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, and you guys can get ready. Yep, you can line up at the front of the door, and we can go back to
I
class.
signed up for a book talk.
You signed up for a book talk, Alexander?
I want to be done with it.
Okay.
Plus, I got this to sign up next.
I still have to read my book still. I'm not.